Hi guys, welcome to my YouTube channel, CeeChronicles here. Thank you so much for joining me today. If you happen to be here for the first time, this channel is mostly about fragrance reviews, but I do throw in some lifestyle content as well as some story times, vlogs, that sort of thing. Anything that ticks my boxes, I bring it here. So if that sounds like something that interests you, please do consider subscribing and joining the family. I'd appreciate you coming on board. And to those who are returning, thank you so much for the support. You are appreciated. Do give me a follow on Instagram. I go by the name CeeChronicles there. I have a fragrance for you today. I have a fragrance by LaMuse. Okay, LaMuse, this particular fragrance was lost somewhere within my collection. It's not a new fragrance. I've worn the heck out of this fragrance, but then for some reason, I don't know, I thought I'd actually reviewed this fragrance, but I hadn't. So I'm here to talk about Deewania. Okay, Deewania. Okay, Deewania. And this is a product of LaMuse. And for those who care for the packaging, this is how it looks. It kind of has these you know, this kind of print made me think it would be something along the lines of, you know, Josie Cavalli, the Cavalli fragrances, but it's not. So I'm going to tell you in a bit what this fragrance is inspired by. And this is the bottle. Okay, so that is Deewania for you. I wish you could see how much I've used it. It's actually somewhere there. I have actually used the hell out of this fragrance. So I'm going to spray it on a tester paper and then I will tell you my thoughts, right? So yeah, LaMuse Deewania is what we're here to talk about. It comes in this blue bottle. The opening of this fragrance is very fruity, so it's going to tick the boxes for people who love fruity fragrances, because I get lychee at the top as well as a very loud kiwi. Okay, as a person who loves kiwi, I can almost tell you this, they captured the kiwi perfectly. So you're going to have the kiwi, lychee and the quince at the top, and then the mid of this fragrance is somewhat creamy and chocolatey with some florals as well. They orchid, and then the base of this is musky in nature. It has some woods. They did not list what woods, but it just says it has woody notes at the base. So the opening is that mouth-watering kiwi. So it introduces like a tropical vibe, you know, as soon as you spray. Just the first spritz will take you on a tropical journey, because the kiwi here comes across as tropical, and then the lychee also enters, adding to that tropicalness as well. So it is like your sweet, fun, fruity fragrance. The lychee weighs in a little bit aquatic, but it doesn't you know, turn this from becoming tropical to aquatic. It still keeps its fruitiness. So that is what I can say in a nutshell about Deewania and how it opens. Okay, so the mid, like I said, has some chocolate there, some cream there, but the chocolate and the creaminess is somewhat subdued, but it is there. Okay, if you can if you dig your nose through this, you will get somewhat of a creaminess, a chocolatiness, but the kiwi here seems to be bullying everything else, because I get a very loud kiwi to an extent that this fragrance ends up becoming like it is a linear fragrance. It doesn't change much. You will get like an overdose of kiwi. So in as much as there is that creaminess and the chocolate, the, you know, something that feels like cupcakes there in the mid that's trying to come out, it is somewhat muffled because of that loud kiwi. I don't know how they have managed you know, to make the kiwi in this one so loud. Okay, so in as much as the note pyramid intertwines, the notes are intertwining there, they fail to develop separately. What you'll get the most is that tropical, the tropicalness in the top, especially comprised of you know, that kiwi. Okay, so yeah, definitely something some syntheticness there in the mid, and I think that is attributed to the orchid, because it does have orchid and other florals. I didn't bother to research which florals, but I do get a synthetically done orchid there in the mid. But again, like I said, this is going to be a fragrance that's going to stick to the tropical fruitiness, a very sweet fragrance, almost turning powdery in the 2-hour mark, somewhere there. For some people, you might actually feel the powderiness in the 30-minute mark. It just depends on your nose, because it does turn a lot powdery, but sticks to that sugariness, a bit on the sticky side as well. juvenile, easy reach. Okay, and for that reason, this is why mine, you know, has actually been a fragrance that I've been wearing a lot. It's just up, it's there. Okay, it's somewhere there. Okay, I've been wearing this a lot because it is just a no-brainer. It is one of those easy reach fragrances, something that will appeal to it's also easy gifting, you know, if you will, because of the way it is done here. It is a very simplistic, very sweet, more feminine fragrance that most people are actually gonna like, but it is young at heart. I do not know why they chose to package it this way, because I think the packaging is quite deceiving. You know, I can see a few people purchasing this either online or in a store, thinking that it's going to be a masculine fragrance or an aquatic fragrance. The bottle is very misleading. This should have been packed in a pretty pink, you know, a bottle, because it is very girly in nature, very sweet, very young, you know, in nature. Okay, because of the syntheticness there that you get of the orchid, I think it fails to actually hold on for a lot longer. I get about 3, maybe 4, 5 hours pushing it, depending on the sprays. Okay, and this is one that is an all-rounder. I wouldn't want to keep this as a summer fragrance or a winter fragrance, because like I said, it is just one of those easy reach fragrances that you can spritz on maybe after the shower or whatever. You know, it is not a fragrance that I would keep as a special occasion fragrance. Now, for those who care to know what this fragrance is parallel to, I will try and insert a picture, because I actually went physically to a store to confirm this, because I thought this would be along the lines of maybe Pink Sugar, but no, I was mistaken. This is not. This is actually very close to Britney Spears Fantasy reformulated original. Okay, so if you are into the Fantasy line or Britney Spears perfumes, you will know that the original was quite beastly. So that has been reformulated, and that's what I get here. I get the reformulated version as opposed to the original version of Fantasy, but I hope I didn't lose you there. So Fantasy, the line, has got a lot of different Fantasy fragrances, right, from Britney Spears. The original Fantasy is what I feel most of, you know, here, and that original Fantasy, not in its original form, but in the reformulated form. So I hope I have managed to communicate, and you know, you didn't miss me there. So yeah, definitely something that is playful at heart, young in nature, something that is also very affordable, because this LaMuse, I believe, is also a subsidiary of Lattafa, and they do like the really like bottom range, like affordable kind of fragrances, the sort of fragrances that you know, if no matter what your budget is, you will probably be able to pick this. The only thing, despite saying the bottle is a bit misleading, that I like about this one is this is not like an in-your-face dupe. Okay, just by looking at this, you wouldn't be able, or you wouldn't, you know, 1 in a million even guess that this was inspired by Britney Spears Fantasy, which is a good thing, because I don't understand why the dupe houses have to, you know, go to an extent of actually copying everything. This is okay, although they should have maybe put it in a pink bottle, because I can see a lot of people buying this one thinking it's going to be aquatic, it's going to be masculine, because the bottle does look masculine. There is a brown one. I haven't managed to get my hands on that one. If I do get my hands on that one, I will bring it here and I will probably do the comparison, but just guessing, I think the brown one leans more masculine. The brown one must be maybe the masculine one. Does this one lean a bit unisex? I don't get that. I don't get you know, I don't get a unisex leaning fragrance here. I get an outright feminine fragrance. Now, if you're a male and you like those kind of sweet fragrances, then this is probably going to tick your boxes. As a blind buy, you've got to gift this one to somebody that likes very ultra feminine fragrances that are fun and very sweet, because it can actually be a bit stuffy sweet because of that, you know, the tropical, the fruits that are there, as well as that whipped cream, something that smells here like a chocolate, something that smells like a caramel. There is just a lot going on, but unfortunately what you get in the beginning, it doesn't change much. It is just overshadowed by that sweetness as well as that kiwi. So if you've tasted kiwi and you just smelled kiwi, or you can take a kiwi from your kitchen and you put it to your nose, that is exactly how this fragrance smells like. That's the mental shortcut I can give you. Although it is, it is okay. The other ingredients just failed to come through. So that is what I had for you guys. Thank you so much for joining me today. We were talking about Deewania, okay, Deewania by LaMuse, and LaMuse is a subsidiary of Lattafa. You can pick this one for less than $20. It depends on where you are, but you can pick this one. This one is very, very affordable. So let's meet in the comment section. You let me know whether you've tried this fragrance or it was something that you were, curious to know about, whether this review was helpful. Let's meet in the comment section. Let's discuss more about fragrances. Turn on post notifications as well. That way you will be notified anytime I upload a video. It's been your girl, CeeChronicles. Thank you so much for joining me. And remember, smelling good is a form of good manners. Cheers.